Yeah. I just had a 5-minute rattle on the drums. Look a bit flustered. Those drums. Because my hands are ruined. I don't play guitar very well anymore. It's okay. I won't die. Now, well, I've got writtens up here, so eye contact's a bit... You'll get over it. This isn't a Bible thumping, but it is definitely good sound advice from the Bible that should be taken on board. If you want to get anywhere. Now sit down, relax. Woosah. Take a deep breath and let this sink in for a bit. Discern it. Mull on it in your mind for a while. People need to stop listening with their mouths and start listening with their ears and comprehending it with discernment, with their critical mind, instead of just dismissing it as Bible thumping, okay? It is not against flesh and blood we fight, it is against principalities, not just biblically, practically and realistically. These unprincipled principles that are suppressing and oppressing us are nothing more than systematic ideologies we perceive as authority. Now, biblically, there is nowhere in the Bible that you will find that man has been granted dominion over man. Dominion is authority. We have been indoctrinated by the commandments of men taught as doctrine. Matthew 15:7-9. You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy. Prophesy in Hebrew is not fortune telling, it just means saying what is. The word that is, telling the truth. You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you when he said, this people honours me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrine the commandments of men. In other words, you've been indoctrinated. We have been sleepwalking for generations, believing these people to be righteous and lawful, and that we have to support them with our taxes and validate them with elections. We can never defeat them by fighting them. It only validates their levelling up of authoritarian control measures, which is akin to digging our own hole. We must invalidate them and take back our dominion over earth, handing back supreme dominion to Christ, Yahweh. Or Yahuwah, Yeshua, Yahu, Jesus. Adonai, Elohim, Lord of Lords, God of Gods, King of Kings. The names go on and on. Why don't we know his real name? Do you call your dad by his real name? That's pretty disrespectful, isn't it? Simply by walking away en masse. Stop feeding the parasitic system that feeds off of our misery and labour, forcing the Governor-General to dissolve Parliament completely, allowing us as Australians to build Australia the way God intended, creating our own heaven on earth. We could be the beacon on the top of the mountaintop. We could be the shining light, if we choose to be, but it's going to take a bit of work. Okay, don't be scared of a bit of work. Freedom is responsibility, and you have to keep it. Hand it over, got a hell of a job to get it back. This is not a biblical rant. It is the only thing that will work in our favour. We've been trying to fight against the system we helped them to design to control us, trying to use that very same system. We are fighting ourselves by doing this, and have been for 2,000 years. We've been doing the same thing for 2,000 years, hoping for a better result. The only people getting a better result are the people we're fighting against. Not them people. Principalities. Freedom is right behind us, not behind them. We don't want their ground. We need the freedom. There's nobody back there. We don't have to fight to go there. We can just turn around and walk away. Freedom is right behind us, not behind them. We're fighting in the wrong direction. Let them have the criminals. They are criminals themselves. We need nothing more than to take care of our own. Romans. Love our brethren as we love ourselves. Church is not real estate. Church is community. The nation-state of Israel does not exist. It is Canaan. Israel was the son of Jacob who lived in Canaan. The Canaanites. Religion is a man-made dogma. Walk in Yahweh, Yahuwah, Christ Jesus. In other words, walk in the man, not with the plan. That is the embodiment of Christ. When he said, collect wood and build my church, he wasn't talking about 4x2s and 2x4s and lumber and timber. He was asking for kindling spirit. Kindling, get it? When we come together, we kindle. It's sound advice, not Bible thumping. Ask not what your government can do for you. They are not your government. They are their government. It is their democracy, not ours. Ask what you can do for your community. We don't need government. We don't even need money. We don't need any of it. We don't need their bullshit. We can do quite all right without them. We'd be doing better without them. Imagine what we could have if we just built it and didn't worry about having to do better than somebody else. Keeping up with the Joneses. Buying shit we don't need or don't want just to impress people we don't like with money we don't have and can't afford. That's a pretty retarded way to live, and we've been doing it for a long time. Can we have everything, all the nice shiny things that we have? We can have more, way more. But we need to form our reset, God's reset. Not the communist reset, not the digital reset, not the beast system reset. You're never going to vote, conform, beg or fight your way out of this. Like I said, we've been doing it for 2,000 years. If it was going to work, it would have worked at least 1,000 years ago. It hasn't worked yet. You're just squeezing your head in the vice and doing it up yourself. Silly. Stop it. It's bad for you. The only people that are worried about losing the system are people that have something to lose by losing it. That's the very same people that depend on that system. And the only people that depend on that system is not us. They're the people that depend on that system to be fed by it. We are feeding the system, they are feeding off of it. It's funny how many people come loggerheads with me, up against me on that. And I'm like, but you don't have a valid argument, I'm sorry. The one thing that hasn't been tried, that we were told to do 2,000 years ago, and we still haven't done it yet. Will it be hard? Yeah. Will there be a bit of skin lost in the game? Yeah, but it'll grow back. It will grow back, trust me. Skin grows back. 2 months on now, a bit over 2 months, it's growing back. A cooking oil burn, both legs. In a health system that's underfunded, underqualified, absolutely nobody trained in the Northwest Coast on a clue with what to do with burns, trying to treat me with another doctor over the phone. They got no money, I couldn't stay overnight, they didn't have enough beds. Oh, poor me, boo-hoo, it's not about me. They got money for a football stadium. They got money to throw into, 300 new handheld metal detectors for the cops to run around wanding everybody to see if you got a pair of scissors or a pocket knife or something. What if you do? Everyone had a pocket knife. Fella ain't a fella without a belt, a pocket knife, a handkerchief, a bit of Bugs Bunny in his skyrocket, 5 bob in his pocket, a pocket knife, a handkerchief, the basics. Why? Situational preparedness. You got money for a phone call, money for a drink, a pocket knife in case you need to cut something, situational preparedness, you never know. A handkerchief in case you cut yourself. Oh, and a couple of band-aids in your wallet. Band-aids and gauze in my wallet. A watch. You got to have a watch. Alright? Those things are a waste of time. A watch. One of them watches. No batteries, no wind up. My pocket knife, flint and rod. This is my everyday carry. Every day. Cotton wool rubbed in Vaseline. Why? Fire is the essence of life. If you get stranded, in the cold, in the rain somewhere. Like, water brings life. Fire sustains it. The world's pretty screwy. I like to be prepared. Well, now I'm not allowed to be a fella. A fella's not a fella without a belt. And now all of that is related to your belt. And what else is a belt other than to hold up your pants? A strap for a splint, a tourniquet. Am I a bit of a prepper? Yeah. Wasn't your grandparents? Did they have more extra food in the cupboards? A bit put away, a bit of Bugs Bunny put away for a rainy day. All that. A little bit of a veggie garden, They were much more self-reliant than what we were, weren't they? They got through Great Depressions and stuff. We're buggered. If we don't pull our finger out and walk away from this mess and start learning from some of the advice in there without even being a Bible thumper, what I just read out, I'll leave in the description. You can read it for yourself. None of that is Bible bashing. It's not Bible thumping. That's just straight up sound advice. It's funny how I get so much pushback on it, but yet nobody can come up with a valid argument as to why it's bad advice, other than their own personal fear of, but I'll get in trouble. By whom? By whom? What are you afraid of? 3 hots and a cot in prison, where you get looked after better than old age pensioners do? What are you afraid of? The policeman going to be very angry with you? They're not the law. That's just another people group enforcing as doctrines the commandments of men. They're just a strong arm, an authoritarian branch of the government. To keep you in line, do some finger wagging and stuff, to knock the heads off the tall poppies. Well, I'm 5'3", so you're going to have to come down to my height if you want to lock my head off. Stop just going along to get along. If you've done nothing wrong, and it's just a bit of arbitrary legislature based on stuff all, oh sorry, I was 5 kilometres an hour over the speed limit. My heart bleeds. Not guilty, even if you're found guilty. $10 a week is all I can afford, Your Honour. Stop feeding the revenue machine. Stop panicking. I'm going to do some work orders. That is actually doing a good thing. It's building a church. Why? It's taking care of your community. There's nothing wrong with community services. Community services is a damn sight better than public service. Your public servants aren't doing stuff all. But if you're mowing an old lady's lawn, you're doing someone some good. You probably should be doing that anyway. I do. Why? Because it's what we should be doing. Nothing special about it. Instead of looking at me, what's wrong with that guy? I get people angry. Oh, you're back on the gear. Why? I've seen you mowing someone's lawn. I've seen you going up the road and give the people working up there some drinks. Yeah, it was a stinking fucking hot day. I bet you they got heat exhaustion too. So I'll give them a glass of ice water each. What's the big deal? Instead of looking at me, go and have a look in the mirror. Why didn't you? Instead of why did you do that, why didn't you do that? Why are you not doing this? Why are you handing everything over to the government and then begging for some back? You don't want it anymore, apparently. You gave it away. The responsibility of raising your kids, you claim that the state took it off you. No, they didn't. You surrendered it. I haven't had that problem with my kids. The worst thing any of my kids have ever done, my daughter, I caught her with a vape once. Not much I could really say about it. I've done a hell of a lot worse. Just the look of disappointment in my face was enough to fix it. Why? Because I raised them right. I raised them with enough love for them to feel bad when they hurt me. In there. I don't allow them to harden their heart and walk away from their conscience. That's all we got to do. Church isn't a building. It's your community. It's your neighbours. It's your brethren. You get to work. Go do something. It's Sunday. Perfect day for a Sunday Mass. For a non-Bible thumping Sunday Mass. How's that style? Chicka chow, baby. Yo. May the Seno gods be blissful. And the Seno bar. On the disability. God bless you. And get to work.